Hello, this is Manuela, your guiding light, and this video is Karmic Agreement Part 3. So in this video, we would like to share a little bit more information to give you a little bit more tips on how can you actually work on your karma so you don't create so much bad karma, so get out of that karmic pattern and karmic cycle. The first thing you need to understand is that in order for you to do that, you have to be quite connected and understand the karma, truly understand, not just with your mind. You can't learn about the karma just with your mind. You have to really connect and actually understand it on a deeper level. So whenever somebody does something bad to you, if you are connected, you will look at a situation and be conscious of that. How can I respond to this situation without creating bad karma? If you can, in every situation, whenever somebody does something bad to you, to sort of take a step back first before you react, and to see, okay, am I meant to give this bad karma back, or is this going to create a more karmic cycle for me? Sometimes, if somebody, for example, done too many bad things to you, sometimes you might feel like you need to actually give that all back in this lifetime. So if you feel that need, that you need to do that, then do it. Because what it means, you clear it all now. If you feel that you can just actually act with love, but you have to really act with love, truly say that this person doesn't know what it's doing to you, and you can actually feel that and truly understand that the person that is doing damage to you, it's not aware, it's not connected, doesn't understand it, and just send them love and light. But what happens in Akashic records, because when somebody does something bad to you, on your soul plan, in your Akashic records, it records as as a bad karma that you have to return to that person. Now, how can you deal with that? Okay, we act with love, and we have to truly mean it. You can't just actually say from your mind. If you don't feel it, then it's not done. The same with apology. Sometimes you can feel when person apologizes for whatever wrong they done, and when the apology is sincere, you can actually feel it and you can forgive. But apology is just coming just to shut you up and to take you back in your life. Usually the partners would do that. The apology would come just to actually keep the partner there. Well, then it's not real apology. Remember, the real apology, the real forgiveness has to come from your feeling, not from your mind. You have to feel it. When you truly can forgive to somebody, and when you truly understood what you done wrong and you apologize, then it's only forgiven. Your words are not just forgiven. If you feel anger and you feel that, well, you know what, that person deserved what I done to them, but you know what, I'm just gonna apologize just to make peace. Well, that doesn't work. That might work for a short period even in life here, but in your Akashic records doesn't work like that. In Akashic records, it will record that that was false apology. And then you will have to repeat that again until you actually feel and give a true, sincere apology. In my country, people would say that, I heard some people saying that God forgives 67 times or something like that. The thing is, God forgive you a million times. God holds no unforgiveness towards anybody. God gave you choice, and God understands that you are here to learn. But there's a laws that we must obey. So when somebody does something bad to you, if you can't feel compassion and you can't feel and say, okay, well, that person really, it's lost, doesn't know what they're doing, they're really in a bad place, I'm just gonna forgive them, I'm just gonna send them love and light and hope that they're okay. If you can't really mean that, then don't do it. In that case, you might want to fight. You might want to actually give the karma back in this lifetime. because you will have to return the karma either in this lifetime or in the next lifetime. So you might as well stand up for yourself in this lifetime and do it in this lifetime, because you don't want to come back. So you have to be at that level to be able to actually feel it. And if you are really hurt, you can't feel it because you're feeling so much pain. So you have to heal first in order for you to be able to do that. So that is one way to work on karma. Also, when you know that there's so many people, if you have so many people that are jealous of you, that are constantly sort of attacking you and maybe backstabbing you, maybe doing bad things towards you, gossiping about you a lot, again, this is creating a lot of bad karma. So that means it's going to be recorded on your Akashic records. And when you cross over, you will see that. And then you have to plan your next lifetime to do that to them. And then we have this constant circle of karma. So what you can do in this lifetime, especially if you are aware that there's a lot of people that really don't like you or that are jealous of you, a simple prayer where you send back to anybody anything negative, all the negative issues and negativity. Some like with black magic, when you know that somebody is attacking you psychically or doing some black magic to you. Is the same with whatever backstabbing or negative wishes that they're sending towards you. You can all send them back. That means straight away from your Akashic records, it's moved onto the Akashic records. Because when you ask God, angels, whoever you're asking, Jesus, in a prayer, it's always done. So a simple prayer that I do, especially if I know who is jealous of me, and when I say that somebody's doing anything to me, a prayer would be simple and quick, where you can simply mention all the enemies. If you know a particular person, you can mention particular person, but you asking in the name of the Jesus and with all the power of God Almighty, I am sending back to sender every curse, spell, negative issues, backstabbing act sent to me by any person in all directions of time. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ and with all the power of God Almighty, I am sending back to sender all threefolds now. So that means you're sending it all back. And all the energy with it that needs to basically come double fold or three folds, you're sending it all back now. So in that case, from your Akashic records, it's immediately removed on the Akashic records. It might catch them in this lifetime, it might catch them in next lifetime, but that means that you are not responsible anymore. You don't have to give them back what they done to you. It's going back on their Akashic records, and somebody else, their guides, will orchestrate situation where somebody else will give them back what they done to you. So that way you are free from your karma. So when you cross over, you're not going to have this pile of karma that you have to return to somebody, or bad karma, people that done bad things to you. So that is another way to clear your karma. But when it comes to really karmic relationships, and we calling karmic relationships are your children, your siblings, your children mainly, your siblings and your romantic partners. This is where you have to really make sure that you always do the right thing. Again, you have to feel it. Very often I hear people saying, well, my child done this to me and I don't want to hear about them anymore. That it's fine. You can do that with every other sibling, with your friends, but when it comes to your child, you can't do that. Because when you agreed on your soul contract to take the child, it's a completely different story. You are responsible to be there for them always. So again, making sure that you're doing the right thing. Even if you wish to release somebody from your life, even if you don't want to have somebody in your life, that is totally fine. But you have to make sure that all the karma is balanced. So if you know that they're doing bad things to you, send it all back through the prayer. If everything is balanced. If it's really fine, then send them love and light. So one of those things you have to do. Either send them love and light, or send them back everything bad that they're doing to you. So one of those two things, you have to see what feels right for you. Whatever feels right for you, that's what you will do. You can't send love and light if you don't feel it. So if you don't feel it, then send it everything back. So you have to go with your feeling. And the most challenging relationship, it's karmic relationship with your karmic soulmate. And this is relationship with the soulmate. We have many soulmates that we meet in our life, female or male, that you're in relationship with. The connection is very strong because you've been in a past life with them. You had romantic relationship with them in a past life. Either they were your husband and wife, or just a boyfriend or girlfriend, or partner. It doesn't matter. But if you had a romantic relationship with them, your soul would remember that. So when you meet them again, you feel a deeper connection. And the deepest connection you will feel with your karmic soulmate, because your karmic soulmate is the soulmate that God placed. It's your first partner that you had in all your eternity, in your whole life. First time when you incarnated to earth, God placed a karmic soulmate with you to help you to learn. So that means you're together. It's like a first time in a class, a person that you met first time in a class, your first friend. And it stays with you for as long as you learn, as long as you graduate. So this is karmic relationship where there's a lot of karma, because you had many lifetimes. You hurt each other so many times. You've done bad things to each other, definitely. So the karma goes back and forth. And this is the most challenging one, because they are meant to actually hurt you. They are meant to show you what you have to work on. They are meant to open you up. And the key is you're meant to forgive them. So this is the most challenging relationships. The older soul you become, the less time you will spend with them, because the more you're learning, the less you need them. The key is to learn the lesson and to understand that this is not what you want, and to walk away from it. Once you understand that this is a very challenging relationship and I don't want that, I want a peaceful relationship, that's when you're not going to be attracted anymore to your karmic soulmates. And also automatically that means you learn the lessons. Anybody that believes that relationships are meant to be challenging, they will be drawn to their karmic soulmate, because they have a lot to learn. Now, a lot of people believe that you're meant to stay with your soulmate. And yes, if you have a lot to learn in this lifetime, you will have to stay with them. But if you learn the majority of lessons, you don't. The key is not to actually, to learn the lesson and to move on. The only relationship that you're going to have harmonious relationship from beginning to the end is your soul partner. And this is what God, when He created one soul, it split it in half and sent one soul on one side and the other soul on the other side to learn and to grow with their karmic soulmate. So your soul partner is somewhere on the other side of the world, doing exactly what you're doing with their karmic soulmate, until they learn and grow and all the karma is balanced. So once you can balance all your karma with your karmic soulmate, and you are at this stage where you can see that they're doing bad things to you and you can just send them love and light and forgive them, then you are graduated. You don't need them anymore. You're not going to be drawn to them anymore. And what comes in the next lifetime, you will be with your soul partner. Your soul partner go through exactly the same lessons with their karmic soulmate. Once your soul partner realize that, learn all the lessons, balance all the karma with karmic soulmate, that's when universe put you two together. And that could be one of your last lifetimes on earth, because our last lifetimes on earth, when we learn all the lessons and we balanced all the karma, that means your energy vibration is high, you are very connected, you subconsciously understand every situation, you make the right choices. You always do the right thing, you make the right choices. So you don't need so much of a soul plan, because the key is, when we graduate, not to write anymore our plan. to write the plan here when we come. By doing the right thing and making the right choices, that means you graduate. You're not going to make mistakes. And God places everything around you that supports you. So in this lifetime, one of your last lifetimes on earth, you're coming to earth to show that life can be beautiful, to show to everybody, to be example. And that means you will meet your soul partner. It's going to be your first boyfriend, the one that you're going to marry and stay happily forever after. You will have really good life. You will have amazing parents that support you, that love you, and you will be surrounded only with people that love you and support you. There's no challenges. Even if any little challenge occurs, you will not fight it. You will not be stuck with it. You will just overcome it really easy. So this is the key. The key is to learn all the lessons, to balance all the karma by understanding that if you engage yourself in a war, you will only create more bad karma. The only way to stop the karma is to step away from arguments, from war, not to react, basically. The worst thing is when you just react to somebody. When you think before you react, you will make the right choices and you will act accordingly to your karma, to your karmic agreements. So the way really to create less karma for yourself, less bad karma, is to create again more good karma. Do a lot of good deeds. Give as much as you can. Help. Because what happens? All these people that you're helping in this lifetime, if in next lifetime you have a lot of bad karma that needs to come back to you, you will have a lot of people, a lot of souls that need to give you good karma back. So it's going to bring some sort of balance. You're still going to have a balanced life. So even if you have to go through some really hard challenges because of some karma that you have to balance, you're still going to have a lot of help. So it's going to bring some balance. So doing a lot of good things, helping as much as you can without expecting that person to help you back. What you have to be very conscious, it's about not what you're actually doing with your mind and with your words so much, but what you're doing with your mind, with your soul. How do you feel actually? How do you feel? How do you feel when you help to somebody? Do you feel, oh great, that means they're going to help me? Well, that's not going to work. Immediately, it's going to create bad karma for yourself because you're not really giving. As soon as you think that person's going to help me, you're not giving. But when you actually help and you just love being there and helping, then you're creating a good deed and a good karma for yourself. Is the same like with money? For example, you have to be very careful with money because money are really strong energy. And also you can create a lot of bad karma with money. So if you give to somebody money, if you help to somebody financially, you give to somebody money and you put condition on it and you say you must give me back or you must do it the way I say, well, you really didn't give. You created bad karma to yourself. When you give money and you detach from it, you don't even think when that person's going to give you the money back. You just bless it and bless the person and you detach from it. That's when you create good karma back. It comes back to you double folds, always comes back double folds or three folds. It really depends how much you give. When you do something really bad, it comes back three folds. When you do something really good, it comes back three folds. So it really depends how much you give, really. So it's the same with how you're feeling. Everything that you do when you give, whatever you give, either help, either possessions or either money, you have to really give with complete detachment to it. And you cannot mention it later. If you say to anybody, if you ever mention, you know what, I gave you that money, remember I helped you then. Well, you can forget about your good deed. That is not a good deed. It's automatically cancelled as a good deed and it goes as a bad karma to you. You are not meant to mention it anymore. So money are really strong energy, and again, it can create a lot of negative karma. And especially if you're stealing money, again, it's going to be really bad karma for your next lifetime. So if you're really struggling financially and you need help, all you have to do really is pray. When you pray, your angels see who owes you karma from past life, and they're gonna bring it to you. All you have to do is ask God who. You don't have to ask who owes me. Just say, I need that amount of money. Can you please bring it to me? The key is not to control how it's gonna come. You can't say, I don't want it from that person, I don't want it from that person, because that person maybe owes you karma from past life. So you pray, and your guides will look at on your soul plan and see, okay, who owes her a good deed from past life? And they will send that person to you, and that person will either bring the money or help you find the money, maybe get you a job. So that's the way you have to work. You have to make sure you're not controlling, and you have to be very much aware of your feeling, how you're feeling. You can't send love and light if you don't feel it. And the other help that would really help is, because when you come back to earth, you bring a lot of imprints in your soul, which is in your cellular memory of past life. So if you've been really hurt in a past life, if somebody hurted you in a past life, you're bringing that memory back. So it stays in your chakras as well. So healing yourself, doing meditation, releasing all your negative emotions, pain, anger, unforgiveness, releasing it in your meditation or having a healing, just releasing it all from your chakras to make sure that your chakras are all open. And when your chakras are all open, that means there's nothing, even from past life, from any lifetime, that you're holding on to. So that will help you a lot. If your chakras are really open and you're not holding on to any unforgiveness, you'll be able to send that love and light easy, because you're going to feel it. If you don't have your chakras open and you're holding on to some unforgiveness or anger or emotional pain, then you won't be able to feel and to send that love and light. So that means you will have to react. That means you would have to give the karma back by reacting. So I hope that this video helps you. And remember, the key is not to have any karma anymore. We meant to enter into new earth where the life meant to be really harmonious with no karma, no lessons. So we all are meant to graduate from this earth. So keep that in mind. I'm sending you lots of love and light. And if you did like this video, please click on like or subscribe. Bye-bye for now.